Alright, so I'm going to show you all the stuff that you have to put in your backpack. Now, why do we do all this? Because we forget stuff all the time. So, first things first, this is a little, it's like a double-sided pencil case. Yeah, so this one's pretty girly, but you can get ones that aren't so girly. It is clear on either side. It's got zippers so things don't fall out. And it's basically a large pouch. Now, I have lots of pockets in my backpack, but I forget where things are in the backpack, or, you know, I have to add something and now there's not enough space, so I do this. I can take it in and out. I can see everything that's in it. I have it separated. Girly stuff and small school supplies. So in here I've got glasses cleaner, I've got USB drive, I've got pens and pencils, erasers, lots of extra batteries, all the little stuff that you need. Over here I have, like, you know, all my girly stuff. I also have toothbrush, toothpaste, dental floss, hairpins, nail clippers, all those sorts of things that you don't think about needing until you get to school and you realize you forgot to brush your teeth. Like, do that all the time. So have one in there just in case. You're going to want to make one for yourself just like this. You can get guy looking ones, girl looking ones, but it's got to be clear, it's got to have zippers, and there's got to be space so you can throw things in and out of it and not have to rearrange everything every time you find something new to put in there, right? Alright, so there's that. Next thing, giant marker. Sometimes you need to, you know, deface some property, so you keep a giant marker. Number 3, hair clip, or hairbrush, right? It's got the little mirror thing. That's pretty cool. Little hairbrush pops out. Girls need this thing. Guys need this thing too. It's good to have. You don't want to be somewhere with bedhead and feel anxious about it. 4, got some hand sanitizer. Every so often, you know, you did a bunch of stuff. Maybe you're in the lab doing whatever. And there's just a little voice in the back of your head that says, yeah, you should do that. Or when people get sick, and you're touching the same doorknobs, and after a while it's just like, I'd really like to not get sick this time. So, anyway, this is very important. This goes in my backpack. These are Gigantor headphones. They wrap all the way around. I know everybody loves the earbuds, but 1, earbuds give you ear infections if you wear them for too long, and 2, these are noise canceling. I paid $150 for these, and we added on extra heavy cable so that I could crank the volume up really loud. You're going to want to keep these with you at all times. When you're studying, you need to have these on because noise is going to distract you. I know you know that, but you need to have these. So these, and then I also have stuffed back in here, I have my iPod, and I've got an adapter so that it can go from here to my iPod. And I have, on my iPod, I have music with no words. So I've got house, I've got a bunch of classical, though some of it's good, some of it's not. A bunch more house. But basically, you want music that is a little bit upbeat to keep your brain running, and you want it to not have any words so that there's nothing distracting about it. Okay? So, music, giant headphones that block the noise. Next thing, disposable earplugs. I have fistfuls of these. These are very important. Sometimes this isn't enough. Sometimes people are loud as hell and they're annoying, and I don't want to blow my eardrums out, so first I put in my earplugs, then I put on these, then I crank the volume up a little. Perfect. I never hear anything. Absolutely wonderful. Next thing, small notepad. You have your phone for keeping phone numbers, but sometimes I just randomly have thoughts that I don't have anything to write it down on, and it'll bother me. So it's sort of like, you know, the random thought that pops into your head. I write it down here. Sometimes it's an invention, sometimes it's just like, you know, call whomever and tell them something. So yeah, this keeps my brain able to keep moving. Calculator. This particular calculator is a solar calculator. Now, I have batteries for all kinds of stuff, and I know the TI-89s and whatever, they take lots of batteries, but if you go to a school that doesn't let you have a TI-89, it's just a normal calculator, get yourself a solar one. I never have to worry about running out of batteries. Very, very, very important, because you know, the second that you need it, you won't have batteries for it. So, solar calculator. if you do have a TI-89, I suggest that in here you have extra batteries. I have a little Ziploc bag in the back over here with, and it's like, I think it's like 6 or 7 AAA batteries. If you need AA batteries, always make sure you have twice as many as what you need because they'll go dead. Next thing, highlighters. I keep a whole bunch. Having lots of colors encourages me to use them. So like 2 colors I use regularly, the other 3 I just use for whatever, but having them there, I use them. So these are good to have and to use, and we'll talk about that more later. Next, finger puppet. It's just necessary. Next, most important, very important, this is a voice recorder. When you're in classes, you need to be recording your classes. You and I both know that you will check out randomly because they're boring, or you kind of already understand it so you can guess what they're going to say next, so you check out. Then, 3 minutes later they say something and you snap back to attention and you're like, wait, what? Yeah, that's the worst feeling in the world. It's so frustrating. You record your classes. Now, what you do, and we'll talk about this more later, but immediately after class, because this is how you're going to schedule it, you're going to have an hour after class to sit and listen to this recording and go through your notes. And we'll talk about that more later. But this guy also needs batteries, so you're going to make sure that you have extra batteries for him. And I got one where the USB port comes out the side, right? So I don't have to worry about carrying a cable. This guy, I just plug him into the side of my laptop or wherever, unload it, and keep going. And you do this once a week because you want to unload everything. If you can do it every day, that's even better. But you want to make sure that you put the time and date on the classes so that you don't get confused. And at the beginning of class, you will also say the time, date, and what class it is as soon as you start, so that you, just in case you forget to take it off and relabel it. So, because that's what happens. So anyway, this guy goes in your backpack. Now, all these things go in my backpack. That's great stuff. It also is nice because I don't have to get one specific backpack with all the pockets that I need, because I have this thing that just transfers in and out, and I can see it easily, and I can pull it out, and I don't have to rummage through my whole backpack. I just unzip one pocket, pull this out, get what I need, put it back. I'm not digging through, paying more attention to my backpack than I am to class, right? Okay, next thing. This is my wallet and phone, right? Little sleeve my cell phone goes into. Fantastic. Covers get protected. I got a damage proof, whatever it is, waterproof phone, because I, dropped the last one in the sink, and the one before that I dropped in the toilet, and the one before that I think I just left somewhere. So yeah. It's got a little strap. It goes up, straps to you. That is freaking fantastic. This particular one is a Sony Ericsson, but it doesn't really matter. What you need is something that is dent and scratch proof, that is going to have everything you need, and we'll talk about these more later, but just in general, you need something that's waterproof and you're not going to lose it. Okay, this guy though, this is what it goes into. It's got a little zipper on the side, yeah. And this is where all of, well, I keep that for fun, but this is where all of my cards go. So I keep that in there. I keep my phone and the cards that I need in the same place, because I'm less likely to lose them if they're connected, and that's very important. I can lose my wallet easy, I can lose my phone all the damn time, but when I stick them together, it's harder to lose them. Last and final thing, and this little guy usually ends up going into here. He either goes, these are my pills, he either goes into here with my phone and my wallet, or he goes into here with all my other little bric-a-brac. This is, it was a pencil lead container for art school, like quadruple thick lead, like really thick lead, right? Go to an art supply store, I am sure that you will find all kinds of little tiny containers with stuff in it. This particular one I got because it's just the perfect size that I can stack all my pills inside of it. So this is like 1 week's worth of pills. I don't have to carry around the bottle. I don't have to worry about getting them stolen. Most of the time people probably aren't going to steal it nor care. They'll probably think it's Pez or something stupid, whatever fucking candy. Or they'll think I'm on drugs, but the point is I don't have to worry that somebody's going to get a hold of my stuff and take all of it. And it's small enough that I can stuff this in my pocket. So I don't ever forget. So anyway, this is all the stuff that goes in your backpack. You want to make sure that you have supplies for everything. Most importantly, you want a voice recorder. This cost me 80 bucks. That has a way to discharge the voice recordings immediately in case you need it. It also has a little ear head plug thing so I can listen to it immediately afterwards. Very, very, very important. You want earplugs, disposable earplugs to take with you. You can buy a box of these at the hardware store. I suggest that you shop around. Sometimes they're really expensive to buy a box. They shouldn't be that expensive. If you can't find them, go online to get them cheaper. You want headphones, big noise canceling headphones. You're also going to want your iPod full of good music that's a little bit upbeat and doesn't have any words to it in here. And you're also going to want to just keep all your extra supplies so that, all the random things that you and I know that you're going to forget, because I forget them too, they're in there. So, and your calculator. Calculator, solar powered. So, anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.